Hello, Professor. This is our last project for Smart City Smart Pocket web app. And for the final implementation, as a backend developer, my name is Sudramani. My student ID is 101502928. We do have added the fallbacks that were not being yet initialized in our prototype. That were some issues regarding the calendar view for any particular transaction. And there were some loosely coupled features that were not being implemented in the settings homepage. The front-end team has made the plus button static for adding any expense. Let's say we add on the full, and now it's saving and it's minimizing and making all the transactions work perfectly. And now it's also showing as a cart form in the recent transactions list. In the reports, we can see that its pie chart is now working perfectly, showing what amount of category are we using for our primary transactions. In the calendar view, this was not implemented in the prototype, and now it's working seamlessly. In the settings, we do have added some couple of features that have been initialized in the reports view model. We can see that pie chart data, calendar day data, and the reports UI state have been preliminary added in the data class for adding them as a subcategory in our database. In the settings view model, we do have added the new functions, save budget, clear all data, and adding or removing any particular category. Let's say we add any expense and we can see that the budget is now working perfectly. Earlier, there was no option for adding a monthly budget. It was just set to default $2,000. Now we can see that by adding the new functionality, we can see and the success button shows up when the budget has been edited. Now we can increase and decrease our budget perfectly without any error. If we want to start fresh, we can reset all data. Even this one is connected to the database. So once reset all data is done, there would be two different repos, one storing the history, that how many transactions have been made earlier, and the new one will be removed completely. So we can see that the default budget has been set up and all transactions has been removed, even from repos and even from calendar views. Everything starts fresh when we start this functionality. And this has been added in the settings view model.kt. In the expense repository, we do have added some couple of features for database initializations. And the UI team has removed the unstaticity of this adding expense icon. So this was our final implementation of backend, and my part has been added to the GitHub under this repo, and it has been merged to the main branch of our repository. Thank you, Professor.
Hello, Professor. My name is Srishti Mahesh Kumar Patel. My student ID is 1014855546, and I played the role of front-end developer for our group project SmartPocket. My primary responsibility was to bring our UI UX design to life using Android and Kotlin. For this project, we decided to use Jetpack Compose, which is Google's modern toolkit for building native UI. So, starting with the home screen, which serves as the user's main dashboard. This is implemented using scaffold layout structure, which can be seen here. Just a second. So the home screen is implemented using scaffold layout structure. You'll notice the bottom navigation bar for easy access to main sections and a floating action button for quickly adding expense. Now the budget summary is visible at the top. We have a custom budget summary card here. This is a custom progress bar using compose box and modifier attributes. We have added logic to the color of the progress bar. So this progress bar, as of now, we don't have any expense added to it. But as soon as this exceeds 85% of the budget that is decided for that specific month, the progress bar turns red. And next, here we can see the transaction list. Let me add a transaction. This transaction list is done using lazy column. Now coming to the reports and data visualization. So as we have added an expense here, it is showing over here in the pie chart. And this pie chart is made from scratch using the Compose Canvas AI API. And going towards the calendar view, the custom calendar is made using lazy vertical grid, and the grid maps the days of the month and overlays the daily spending totals directly onto the dates, as you can see here for the today's date. Now, navigation and architecture behind the scenes of the application, if I talk about, the navigation is handled by the Jetpack navigation component. I set up a central app navigation composable um, that manages routing between the home reports and settings screen. In conclusion, we have achieved a modern, clean look with smooth performance, and I learned a lot about state management and custom graphics in this while working on this project. Thank you so much. That would be all from my side.
Hello, Professor. My name is Gurmesh. My responsibility for this project was doing database integration. So, starting with the data model, I have made pocket item.kt. It defines an at entity representing an item you store. Fields include an auto-generated ID, a title, optional description, and a created at timestamp. This maps directly to a SQLite table named pocket items. Next, the pocket item DAO.kt interface is annotated with @DAO. It exposes a query get all returning a flow list pocket item. So any changes in the table automatically stream to the UI. Insert logic uses upsert semantics via on conflict strategy, replace, and we also support delete and bulk clearing. Next is app database KT. Wires things together, it is a room app database referencing our entity and providing the DAO. We use a thread safe singleton pattern, a thread safe singleton pattern, and fallback to destructive mitigation. To keep the UI clean, I have made pocket item repository.kt. It wraps the DAO. It exposes a flow of items plus suspend functions for add, update, delete, and clear. This abstraction will make further changes like remote sync or catching straightforward. Next is pocket item view model. Consumes the repository, it converts the flow into a state flow using state IAM so Compose can easily observe it. All write operations run inside view model scope via cartoons, ensuring non-blocking behavior. For simplicity, database provider KT centralized access to a singleton repository. I have also pushed my part of the code to GitHub, and this was my part for the assignment. Thank you.
Hello, Professor. My name is Justine Garsani, and my student ID is 101486141. And I am the UI UX designer for the SmartPocket prototype as well. My primary responsibility is to ensure the app is not only visually appealing but also enjoyable for our users. I'll walk you through some key designs enhancements I implemented to evaluate the user experience. So this is our UI directory, and here we have navigation, screens, and themes. So this is where I've made the first and the most foundational change was rebuilding our color palette. A good app needs a consistent accessibility. So here are my some of the colors that I have used. Um, I moved our project to Google's Material 3 design system, which gives us more modern and complete set of colors. Instead of just few basic colors, I defined a full color scheme. This includes primary colors for branding, container colors for cards, and component and special on for the text icons, and ensure that the text always readable against its background, which is critical for accessibility. To create a strong brand identity for the first impression, I made deliberately choice for our app's background. Instead of a standard white or gray, I used a primary blue color. Uh, so this makes the app more modern. To ensure text remained readable, I paired this vibrant background with a white text color, providing excellent contrast. Then I have my type.kt. So here, the fonts we use, the fonts that I focus more on typography. The fonts that we use can change the app's personality. I used Fairplay, Playfair font family. I have created a new one so that it's more appealing. As you can see, this is our home screen and it's like really user friendly. You can go to our settings, see your reports. If you want to add some more, you can use it. If you want to change your monthly budget, you can change it using here. If you want to add a new category, you can just add them. Or if you just want to reset to the default that one that we have, you can also do that. For the reports, here you get the spending data and here you get your calendar. For example, if I go in my home and I add a new expense for $300, which was used in food, and save it, this is what I will get. This is the amount that is remaining and this is the amount that is used. And this formatting is really appealing for the users and easy to understand. If I want to see reports, so I can see the most, like my full report has been just on food, which is $300 spent. And on the calendar view, you can see that how much money was used on which day. So this was my part of the project. Thank you.